everybody. This is Richard again for another edition of Learning with Rich. So, for today's lesson, we're going to talk about in-place elements. So, in-place elements is another type of family. So, for your information, there are three types of family, which is loadable family, system family, and in-place family. So in-place families are custom family or elements that you create in the context of a project. So you can create an in-place element when your project needs unique geometry that you do not expect to reuse, or geometry that must maintain one or more relationships to other project geometry. So in-place family cannot be loaded into another project. Of course, you can copy paste that and then paste to another project, but you cannot load this using the conventional way of loading a loadable family. Okay, so that is what I'm going to show you for this lesson. So I'm going to show you how to create an in-place family wherein we create the family in the context of our project. So as you can see, in this current project, there's no roof. So that is what we are going to do. So we're going to create a roof without using the roof tool. So we are going to create the roof using in-place tool. Alright, so where's this? In-place tool can be found on your architecture tab, and then from the build panel, you will see here the component drop down. You can see there, model in place. So it creates a component that is unique to the project. So the component exists only in the context of the current project and it cannot be loaded into other projects. Alright, so let's start. So like what I have said, we are going to create the roof for this model. So I'm going to select model in place. Again, if you do not have a model to practice with, you can send me a message and I will gladly share you this sample project from Autodesk. Okay, so I'm going to select here model in place to start, and then after that you will see here family category and parameters. So you need to select the category of the family that you're going to create. Like for example, since we are going to create a roof, so you just need to look for the category roof, this one. Right, so you just need to select that, and then after that, okay, and then you just put the name here. Okay, so let's say for example for this one I'm going to name it vaulted roof, and then I select OK. So you will notice your environment here will change to a family editor. So as you can see, you have now here create, and then you need to finish the model or cancel the model if you want to go back to the original tabs. Okay, so currently we are on the family editor. So for this one, so let me just change first the visual style to hidden line. Okay, so I select hidden line. And then the tool that I'm going to use to create my roof is I'm going to use the sweep tool. So I click this. Okay, and then after that, in using the sweep tool, the first thing that you need to do is you need to create the path. Okay, that's why you have here sketch path and then pick path. Now for this exercise, the option that I'm going to use here is pick path. Okay, so I'm just going to select an edge of my walls here. Like for example, I'm going to use this as my path, and same with this one. Alright, so I'm going to select the peak path. Okay, and then as you can see here on our status bar, it says pick existing edges or lines. So we're going to select an edge. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'll just select this first. And then after that, I select this one also. Now, in creating the sweep, make sure the path is continuous. Now, in our case, right now, our path is not continuous. That's why I'm going to select here, trim extend to corner. Okay, so we want to connect these two lines. So I'm going to select this. So I select this line and then this line to connect. All right. Okay. And then as you can see, there's also the work plane here. So what I'm going to do is, although I can already create the sketch in the 3D view, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open the elevation view. Like for example, if I'm going to open the view here, looking to this side of the work plane, so I'm going to open there the east elevation. So this is my guide, the view cube. So as you can see, the side here is east. So that's why I'm going to use here, or I'm going to open the east elevation. Okay. So I'm going to open this. So it will look like this. All right. And then after you create the path, the next thing that you need to do is don't forget to finish it. So we are going to move on to another step. So after creating the path, select finish edit mode. And then this time, I am now going to create the profile. The profile that we will be using to sweep to the path that we created. So I'm going to select edit profile. There you go. And then I'm going to select here the shape that I want to use for my roof. So let's say I'm going to use here start and radius arc. So we're in the first point that you're going to pick, we're going to be the start of the arc. The second point, that will be the end of the arc. The third point, that will be the radius of the arc. Alright, so I'm going to select this. Alright, and then I'm going to select this point. So I'm going to start here, 1, and then I'll just approximate. So let's say my roof is until here. Just approximate, and then for the end, let's say I'll just pick another point here. Okay, it's not critical for the exercise, so just click. There you go. And then after that, select cancel or modify to finish the arc. Okay, so this is now our arc. So the next thing that I want to do, I'm going to define the thickness of my roof. To define the thickness, I'll just select here the peak lines tool, and then I'm going to specify here the offset distance. So let's say I'm gonna type here 150, enter. Okay, and then after that, I'll just hover my pointer like this. Okay, pick, and then I select again modify. Now make sure the profile that you are going to create is close. The path that we created a while ago, even if it is not close, it's okay. But if it is the profile that you are creating for your sweep, make sure it is close, no intersection, and no overlapping. Okay, so I'm gonna close it by creating line here. So I'll just close like this. So I'll just close like this. Then modify. There you go. So this is now my profile. So after that, don't forget to check to finish. Or if you want, you can go to the 3D view to see the model after you finish. So I select the 3D view. So this is the 3D view. So I'm going to check to finish. I'm going to select finish edit mode, click, and then I'm going to click again, and boom. So that's now the roof. And then don't forget to finish the model. There you go. Alright. So you can type SD, or you can select here shaded view if you want to see the shaded view of your model. There you go. So there's the roof. Right, and then as you notice, the wall is not yet close to the roof. So what I'm going to do is I'll select the wall, and then I select here attach top base. Alright, just select and then select your roof to attach the wall to that roof. So we're gonna do this also to the other side. So just orbit. Okay, and then I'm gonna select attach top base and then select the roof. There you go. Right? So that's how you create a family that is called in-place family or in-place elements. So you can create multiple in-place elements in your project, and you can place copies of the same in-place element in your project. You can copy. So unlike system families and loadable families, however, you cannot duplicate in-place family types to create multiple types. Okay? So you cannot duplicate that. Okay, so as you can see, if I select the in-place element that I created, edit type, you see, you cannot duplicate it like we normally do on our system family and loadable family. Okay, but of course you can copy. You can select the element and you can use the copy. Okay, although you can transfer or copy in-place elements between projects, you should do so only when necessary, because in-place element or family can increase file size and degrade the software performance. So it's case-to-case basis. If you're going to use the family to another project, then much better if you just create a loadable family instead of creating an in-place family. Right? And then as you can see, creating an in-place element involves many of the same family editor tools as creating a loadable family. Right? So I hope you liked the video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can just put it on the comment section below, and I will just get back to you as soon as I can. And until then, take care and bye-bye.